UNICAF. We know that UAA, the Uganda Advertisers Association, has been in partnership for a long time with the UNICAF University. And so today we get an opportunity to hear what they're doing, but also the conversation about upskilling and reskilling our workforce in Uganda, but also as creatives in the industry. So I'm delighted to be the moderator of today's Canvas. My name is John Nkore. I am the Client Relations Lead for Grindstone Limited, and I'm happy to host Professor George Nasinyama, who is the Vice Chancellor from UNICAF University. Professor, do you care to introduce yourself, probably the things that you would like to share, your hobbies, if you're married or not, what field or profession you're in? Of course, you're Vice Chancellor, but what field particularly? And then we can kick this canvas off.
Yeah, thank you so much, John. And I welcome everybody who has joined in, and of course, those who will be joining. Yes, I'm the Vice Chancellor of UNICAF University. Nasinyama George William is my name. Incidentally, I'm a veterinarian by profession, so a doctor of animals, as people usually refer to us. But we don't eat our patients, we treat them, and when they are okay, that's when we put a stamp of health and people can eat them. So I've been a career educationist, if you may. I've been in higher education for quite a long time, about 35, 36 years now, in the area, in the field of higher education, continuously. I haven't left higher education ever since I joined it way back in 1986. That is quite a long time ago. And I do my research in the area of food safety, and I'm really delighted. I've held a number of administrative positions. I've been head of department. I've been deputy director in charge of research at Makerere University. I've been a deputy vice chancellor at Kampala International University. And now I'm here as a Vice Chancellor of UNICAF University, based here in Uganda. Yeah, I'm an active person doing a lot of research, as I said, in the food safety area, but generally in the area of public health. And I'm glad to interrogate this topic that we are going to discuss today. Education as a competitive advantage for business. John, over to you.
Yes, nice to have you today on this campus. I've been told that we could welcome other people to about some others join, so we could give an opportunity to others to join, those that haven't yet already. So yeah, it's an opportunity to have you here. Many people have been asking, UNICAF University, is it what? So today we'll be answering those questions. But also, as I was Googling a bit, UNICAF is African, right? Pan-African, or?
Yeah, the headquarters, John, the headquarters of UNICAF is in Cyprus. That is in Europe.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
UNICAF, our mother organization, has been involved in online education for over 30 years. They saw this coming, that online education will take center stage. But way back 30 years ago, and developed a versatile online platform that has been used to offer education all over the world, globally, internationally. So UNICAF has universities, UNICAF universities in Africa, in Zambia, in Malawi, and now in Uganda. The Ugandan campus is the latest. We got licensed in 2021. And so, and it has learning centers in over 13 African countries. So, and of course, with partnerships in UK and the US. I'll be going into that later on. But yeah, it's Pan-African, as you said, truly Pan-African. Over to you, John. John, I think your connection has a challenge. Is it mine or is it? Frank, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, and probably I will take over as John gets his connectivity back. But without further ado, I think we have enough quorum. So, Professor, over to you to project and walk us through your presentation, why education is a competitive advantage, and then towards the end we shall have a Q&A with the guys who have spared time to be part of this canvas. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Oh, it's just a minute. Okay, here we are. Frank, can you see my screen?
Yes.
Yes. So, ladies and gentlemen, once again, I'm delighted to have a discussion with you this morning around this a very interesting topic, looking at education in the eye of business, providing a competitive advantage for business. When I was asked to facilitate this webinar, I said, wow, I think this is a good opportunity to get in touch with the colleagues out there who have the experience, they have gone through an education, and they would be able to give very good feedback on this topic. So I intend to spend about 20, 30 minutes, 20 minutes, basically on giving my views on this topic. And thereafter, I will, invite your views, your questions, your experiences as far as this education is concerned in relation to business. So this is how I intend to go through my presentation that I normally like giving at the forefront, at the start. I give a summary of a take-home message of what I'm going to talk about. So that those who feel this is maybe a boring subject, probably may decide to do other things. But I hope you'll stay with us. And then go into the role of education in the workplace, which is the key aspect of this webinar. And what are the strategies, the tools and technologies that are available? And then I will also present some case studies, Ugandan case studies. I thought those are more relevant. And then how UNICAF University partners in this area of competitiveness for businesses, particularly providing an education that addresses that aspect. And then, of course, tell you again a conclusion of what I said at the beginning. So in a nutshell, what are these what I feel is the take-home message is that education indeed provides a significant competitive advantage for businesses. First of all, by equipping employees with the valuable knowledge and skills that they do need to perform in their areas of work. Not only that, it enhances critical thinking and problem-solving abilities. It also fosters a culture of innovation, as well as building a positive reputation for the business or the industry. So it is indeed very crucial that businesses or in an organization, education should be prioritized and invested in to develop the workforce. And UNICAF University, finally, is here to work with you in reskilling and upskilling your workforce by providing an education model that is accessible, flexible, affordable, and convenient. And I will show you some detail about that. So that is basically the take-home message from my presentation this morning. So education in the workplace provides individuals with, as I said, knowledge and skills that are valuable. You and me know that businesses need employees who are adaptable and also able to learn quickly, particularly in today's quite rapidly evolving technology. Now, if you have a well-educated workforce, definitely that business or that company will stay ahead of the competition. And this requires, of course, that you are staying up to date with the latest technologies and best practices. Yeah. Secondly, education enhances an individual's critical thinking and problem-solving skills. Basically, what I mean here is that employees would approach tasks and challenges in a more creative and effective manner, leading to better business outcomes. Thirdly, education enhances innovativeness. When people are innovative, they think outside the box, you know, they are problem solvers. And this enhances, therefore enhances new ideas and therefore solutions to any challenges that may arise. And last but not least, education helps build a positive reputation in the industry. Reputation in business is a must, is quite important. So businesses that invest in education and development of their employees are often seen as more progressive and forward thinking. Yeah, because as we know, human resource is the most important resource that any business has, and investing in that human resource is quite important as far as sustainability of that business is concerned. And once the reputation is good, is positive, then this attracts customers. You know, people normally ask others, and people recommend certain business entities to them because of their good reputation. So it becomes attractive to customers, partners, and potential employees as well. You know, people would want to be associated with a business that has a good reputation, a positive reputation. So through investing in education, these are some of the outcomes. Then how do you enhance the skill sets? Now, our reference point recently is COVID-19 crisis. But even before then, we saw the evolution, industrial revolution, changing technologies, the advent of AI and so forth, led to new ways of working and disrupting jobs and skills of employees that are required in today's marketplace. For example, way back in 2017, McKinsey Global Institute estimated that 375 million workers, that is about 14% of the global workforce, would have to switch occupations or acquire new skills by 2030. We are not very far away from 2030 because of automation and artificial intelligence. Yeah, this is the revolution we are in now, automation and artificial intelligence. And in a recent global survey that was in 2020, 87% of executives were experiencing skills gaps in the workforce or expected them within a few years. So this emphasizes the need to enhance skill sets of the workforce and the need for enhancing skill sets through reskilling and upskilling. So let me talk about reskilling and upskilling at this point in time. Of course, we know that the business landscape is rapidly changing from year to year, month to month. Things are actually dynamic, and the people skills are therefore very critical in organizations in order for those businesses, organizations to remain competitive. So as I said in the previous slide, that skilling your employees is a great business investment for a productive workforce. Basically, reskilling or retooling, those are terms that have been used interchangeably. It means just to revise or reorganize. It's a process of teaching employees new skills that are relevant to the changing needs of that business. People are in this business, but the needs of the business keep on changing. The board of directors or the owners of the business are always thinking of ways to become more competitive. So they need new skills, and therefore people, the workers, need to be provided, need to have those skills. So through reskilling or retooling, then the workers are able to adapt in their workplace to do other jobs within the company. Whereas upskilling, on the other hand, sorry about that. I'm trying to remove something that has come up here. Okay. Upskilling, on the other hand, is a process of enhancing existing skills to meet the evolving demands of the industry. So workers here acquire new or advanced skills in their current fields so as to perform better. So this is where a worker may need to get an advanced, to undertake an advanced course, an advanced professional short course, upgrade from an undergraduate to a master's level career, so that they can be able to perform better in their current job. So this skilling is a necessity in any business, and businesses need to invest in these activities. And of course, when you add many businesses, I think although they have a budget for training, a budget for research and development, it ends up on paper. And when it comes to actual implementation, this is not actually implemented in many small and medium scale enterprises. but it is important that workers are skilled, reskilled, and upskilled. So one of the huge benefits of today's technology is an ability of having online learning, which is readily available at your fingertips. It gives smart organizations a competitive advantage when you embrace online learning. So this can be a catalyst to create a new and more effective method of educating employees by enabling them to study online, because one, they are not going to move away from their jobs. They will be still on job, but at the same time they are learning. And the learning online does not take the whole day. They can portion, for instance, the evening to study online. And then, of course, during daytime, they are offering their services to the business. So educational processes like UNICAF University, as I will present shortly, have moved away from campuses or learning centers to virtual learning or remote learning. That is relying on a combination of high-tech and low-tech modalities. So, as I said, employees do not have to take time off to reskill or upskill. Many businesses, at least from my experience, when a worker would want to study, they would definitely, tell them either you work or you leave the job. Who is going to work when you are away? This happened to me, for example, when I even in Makerere University, when I was going for my master's degree studies, my boss said, okay, when you go for your studies, we are only 3 people in the department and there's a lot of work. I'll have to hire somebody and definitely you'll not be getting salary. Yes, you'll have your job, but you'll not get salary when you're away. So your salary will be given to somebody else to come in and do that work. And of course, that is a bit painful because you are essentially employed, but you are not earning from that employment. And that is because you are moving away from your workplace to go and study. But online learning has come in to mitigate that challenge. So we are having a paradigm shift from traditional learning where you need brick and wall, classroom brick and wall for studies. You have to move away from one point to the other to access the education. This has evolved into blended learning where you can have both online and face-to-face instruction. You take some classes by face-to-face in the traditional format, but also online. And then, of course, fully online or e-learning, which I've just been talking about. So I wanted to give some examples, some case studies of businesses that have embraced education within their establishments. For instance, Uganda Clays, probably not, there's a Nile breweries. These are businesses that have established training academies within their establishments. For instance, Nile Breweries established the Nile Breweries Academy. This provides training and development programs for its staff. Of course, this is one of the leading breweries in Uganda and region. And by investing in education and training, Nile Breweries has been able to improve the efficiency and quality of its operations. Somebody may say, but this is a big, a big corporations under the Ugandan standards. Yes, but it is an example of investing in education, which improves efficiency and quality of operations, and of course, enhances employee productivity and is reflected in the profitability of that company. Another two others are Uganda Clays Limited, which is a leading manufacturer of clay building materials in Uganda. It has also Uganda Clays Training Center, which has helped the company to improve the quality of its products and, of course, profitability. Another company is Kakira Sugar Limited. This is a leading sugar producer, as you know, and it has Kakira Sugar Works Technical Institute, which provides technical skills related to sugar production. And this also, goes ahead to increase profitability because it enhances efficiency of its operations. So all these examples are geared at showing that investing in education and training of your of staff in a business indeed helps to improve profitability. Now, having said all that, how does UNICAF University come in? I want to talk about UNICAF University educational model that facilitates businesses to compete. As I was saying at the beginning, UNICAF University is part of UNICAF. UNICAF is our parent company, is based in Cyprus, and it is the leading online, provides the leading online platform globally, which facilitates online delivery of affordable and flexible and high quality university education in Africa and the whole world. And also in collaboration with reputable universities in UK, which I will show shortly, and the US, and also UNICAF universities in Africa, where this education is, quality education is delivered. And UNICAF has more than 30 years of experience in international education using online education model. Now, coming back to UNICAF University in Uganda, our campus is located just below the police headquarters in Naguru on plot 53B, not 58, but 53B. I think that's a mistake. And Tinda 2 Road, Naguru, just below the police headquarters. We are, of course, licensed, otherwise we wouldn't be operational in Uganda by the National Council for Higher Education, our regulator. And of course, the programs that currently we are offering at this campus are accredited by the National Council for Higher Education. But also, more so, our campus is accredited by the British Accreditation Council. And I believe this is one of the only universities currently that is accredited by the British Accreditation Council. That means that the facilities, the staff that we have on our programs meet the requirements of the British Accreditation Council, which is gives you an indication of how the quality of the education that we do offer. Our campus offers an innovative blended learning approach, online and also supplemented by face-to-face instruction using digital learning tools. Our campus, those who have not been here, and I know many of you do pass here and it does not register until somebody tells you that that is where UNICAF University is, and then you say, oh, but I pass there every time, every day. We have modern infrastructure in a technology-friendly environment, So come and visit us. We have, of course, very experienced local and international academics. We benefit from, we have many academics, both recruited locally and those international that provide an education, that provide guidance as far as research is concerned in a highly professional learning environment. At our campus, the library and our classes are small so that people can get on face-to-face instruction, you get that personalized attention. Yeah. We also have a UNICAF scholarships program. Of course, the realization that many of us, particularly in Africa, in Uganda, we do not have a luxury of having quite a bit of money to meet our demands, our needs, including education. So many people do register, they come into universities, but they can't complete. And one of the biggest challenges that I noted, and which has been talked about, even there was NBS, was it NBS or NTV recently, talking about on the hot seat, about the dropout rates in universities being so high. And one of the key challenges was, of course, tuition. People cannot meet their tuition. So UNICAF scholarship, UNICAF recognized this and came up with the UNICAF scholarship program as an opportunity for people to further their education and they receive quality international recognized education. Instead of traveling, let's say, to University of East London in UK, you can receive that education, similar education, while you are at your workplace. And of course, that becomes cheaper if you have scholarship support. And so through online study, you are able to access the quality education, just like any other person who is having face-to-face instruction, let's at the University of East London. And the UNICAF scholarships are the most generous on the African continent. And they are available for all UNICAF university programs, as well as for UNICAF partner university programs as well. And the portion that the awardee needs to pay is paid in installments that are agreed upon with our very able student advisors, the payment plan. You can, decide to pay your part monthly and it goes to your account as you study, or pay quarterly or biannually, or if you have all the money, or sometimes the companies, the businesses can invest in their staff, and so they decide to pay for a 3-year program, a 2-year program, a lump sum. So all those payment plans are available. Now, UNICAF University in Uganda, as I said, we are a recently licensed university. We are one of the young universities, so to speak. And the 4 programs that were accredited at the time of licensing, that was in 2021, June, in business area, Bachelor of Arts, Tourism and Hospitality Management, Bachelor of Arts, Healthcare Management, Bachelor of Science in Business Accounting and Financial Management, and Bachelor of Arts in Business Administration. So these are the current programs that are accredited, and we have students studying on these. However, I know that the people on this webinar, I think you have all gone through your undergraduate programs, and you do require postgraduate training, upskilling, in your career growth. Yeah, we at UNICAF University in Uganda, we are currently developing, we have submitted some programs to National Council for Accreditation at postgraduate level, and we shall be offering them shortly once they are accredited. However, that does not mean that currently you cannot undertake postgraduate programs. You can do that at our sister UNICAF University in Malawi or Zambia, and also in partner universities in the UK, as I'm going to show. Our international partnerships, we partner with the universities of Suffolk, Liverpool, John Moores University in UK, and University of East London. And this facilitates, of course, online studies towards British master's degrees offered by these UK partners. So going through each one, University of Suffolk provides programs both at bachelor and master's. We have 3. BSc in International Nursing. This is a top-up program for current nurses who would like to acquire a bachelor's degree, and also master's degrees in public health and MBA. While at Liverpool John Moores University, we have a host of master's programs which you can benefit from in education, mass communication, law, Master of Laws, human resource management, ICT, international public health, psychology, criminology, and so forth, even engineering and logistics. So a host of number of programs at a postgraduate level, at master's level, are available at our partner university. Whereas at the University of East London, we have a number of master's programs as well. So the menu is quite available to meet your interests. If you reach out to us, we can discuss this further. Our student advisors are very ready to assist you in answering your questions. UNICAF collaborates with University of California, Riverside, that is in the US. And this is particularly for delivery of short professional courses. There are over 350 short professional courses that you can choose from in many fields. So those who need to reskill, you can have micro credentials, micro credits, that are the short professional certifications, which are becoming very key, particularly in industry, in business. People need always to acquire additional, these professional skills so that they are able to perform other jobs within the organization. So take advantage of these short courses. They're quite affordable. Some of them are just $21, $25, and so forth. So in conclusion, again, education, as I said, provides a significant competitive advantage for businesses. One, again, by equipping employees with the knowledge and skills that are quite valuable for you to be able to perform in the workplace. It enhances your critical thinking and problem-solving skills so that you are able to think on feet and provide solutions to challenges that arise, particularly in this evolving, ever-changing world. Fostering a culture of innovation and also building a positive reputation for the company, which attracts new skills and so forth. And secondly, businesses need to prioritize education and invest in it to develop their workforce. And I've just outlined how UNICAF University is here to enable you to get your dreams, come true, in terms of giving you additional skills, in terms of career development by taking on higher degree programs, and also the opportunity that is available through the UNICAF Scholarships Scheme to help you actualize your dreams and get quality education that is of an international character, that's able to propel you in your dreams. Thank you so much. I'm glad that you have given me this opportunity, and I hope I've added a little bit of knowledge and understanding with respect to the role of education in enhancing businesses by making them more competitive through investing in their workforce. Thank you so much. Any questions are welcome. I think you can also type them in the chat if you wish, and then I'll be able to address them. Over to you, John. I hope I haven't been talking to myself. Okay, that is
No, we were hearing you clearly. Thank you so much for that elaborate communication. We probably will be receiving the questions in the chats. I have one, Mikey, who says, thank you so much for the love of sharing. At least I know I now have something to share with my fellow students of Makerere University here in Uganda. Thank you so much for sharing. So questions indeed can come through in the chat, but also you can just put up your hand and our admin will actually open the floor for you to share your question. Professor, I have a few here for you just to jumpstart this Q&A. Two things. One, you talk about the new skills that we need for the new jobs, the new 21st century post-COVID jobs. What are those new skills? Because you mentioned that you're answering the new skill demand, the new skill need, but what are those new skills that we need so that we are able to even apply for the relevant courses? But also my second question then would be soft skills are what the HR panels are now looking out for. And soft skills could be people skills, talking, writing, smartness, things like tucking in, combing hair, soft skills at the work. Because HR panels and HR officers look out for these things. In fact, a good employee is one who can, play office politics, and they are an all-round human being beside the job competence. And I don't think, in my view and in my opinion, online education may look classy and convenient, but doesn't seem to offer the employer's bright spot for the soft skills. So my question would be, how are educationists, especially UNICAF, reconciling the need for people skills and soft skills and interaction with the new technology and online learning? Because if we are learning online, then we're not really attaining the soft skills that the jobs actually need.
Oh, thanks.
Over to you, Prof.
Thanks, John. Yeah, that's a very good question and observation. How do we reconcile the need for soft skills or people skills and the new technology of online learning? A very relevant question. Now, one, universities or educationists incorporating technology in the classroom. When I say the classroom, does not necessarily mean a physical classroom. These days, we have so many now virtual classrooms as the way to go. So we are incorporating technology in the classroom in order to enhance learning and engagement while providing opportunities for interaction and collaboration. So, for example, online platforms, people are using Zoom. During COVID-19, universities had to quickly, they had been hurrying slowly, but they had now to hurry quickly to adapt or adopt online tools to be able to continue with education, since we were one of the countries that got locked down for almost 2 years. So platforms like Zoom, Google Meet are used to facilitate synchronous. Synchronous, what I mean by that is live discussions around a given topic, in groups, as opposed to individual discussions, projects, and peer-to-peer feedback. So that is one. Two, we also develop what we call online learning communities. For example, here at UNICAF University in Uganda, we use a very versatile and state-of-the-art virtual learning environment. So through this environment, we develop online communities where students can interact with each other, and not only with each other, but with also their instructors or lecturers in a virtual setting. So we use discussion boards, even social media groups, and online forums for this kind of interactions. Also, we do promote, I've talked about people skills, soft skills. Of course, these include, communication skills, and we do encourage this, of course, through presentations. Students have to present in a virtual environment on a particular topic. They are able to present on a particular topic, and therefore their communication skills are enhanced in that kind of form. Alongside, technology skills to ensure that students are well-rounded. So they are using technology to be able to communicate, virtually by presenting online and being guided on how best to communicate, how efficiently and effectively you can communicate online, as opposed to when you are in a physical environment. And we do offer blended learning at UNICAF University in Uganda here. We do offer blended learning which combines both online and face-to-face instruction, as I said, so that we provide the students with the best of both worlds, online as well as some face-to-face. So this approach, to me, it allows the flexibility while still providing opportunities for interaction by face-to-face. So overall, John, I can say that UNICAF University and other educationists have recognized the importance of people skills. Many universities, of course, do recognize that the need not only for hard skills, but the soft skills which people take with them that enable them or help them to thrive wherever they are working. And so that they're able to find innovative ways by integrating technology into the learning experience without sacrificing these components. I don't know whether I've able answered that.
Yes, you did. Thank you so much. There's one Annette who is asking, first of all, thanking you so much for the presentation, but also is asking, can UNICAF University design tailored training for departmental skill gaps in businesses?
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Annette. Certainly and definitely, yes. That's why as a university we exist. We must be seen to be, not just up here, but we must be seen to be relevant to the community, to the stakeholders out there. And one of our key stakeholders are businesses, the private sector. So the way we do develop our programs, let me first of all probably talk about that. The way we develop our programs here at UNICAF University is the programs that we offer must be demand-driven with input from our stakeholders. We just don't offer programs because they're being offered elsewhere. No, or they have been offered elsewhere. No, that's not what we do. Our programs are developed by, first of all, doing research. Where is the world going? What are the areas that are going to move this world to the next level? And once we identify those areas, then we bounce them off. We develop a draft curriculum and then invite various stakeholders, industry professionals, people from NGOs, gurus in academia. They all come together and interrogate the draft curriculum that we have come up, and they provide input. How do we make it more relevant to the workplace and so forth? So that input gives us confidence that whichever program that we do develop is going to be relevant at this material point in time and in the near future. As I said, the world is evolving so fast. So yes, Annette, if you do require a certain short course, you do require an area for development of a program or a course unit or a module, we are very, very willing to discuss that with you or with your company and design something that is targeting the growth of your employees in that area. Thank you so much. Over to you, John.
Interesting. I have another one about job that doesn't guarantee a job. Of course, we have always argued that the Ugandan education is largely theoretical. Well, I guess because UNICAF is not Ugandan, so I guess it's different. But you have talked about problem solving and creativity in your presentation as the key for UNICAF learning. But job creation is not a reality for young people. We have people from Makerere University on the call. Because of capitalism, are not able to create jobs. How is UNICAF or the education answering the joblessness of young people? I mean, education, yes, but they don't have jobs. Can education guarantee, does UNICAF education guarantee a job after the school?
Yeah, that is a very big challenge that universities or higher institutions of learning have to deal with, you know, on everyday basis, because as an education institution, for you to be relevant, you must be offering programs that the beneficiaries feel are going to give them either enter a job market or help them to establish jobs for themselves. So one of, maybe I can talk of three things. One, the education has to be career focused. What do I mean by that? The aim of having career-focused education is to prepare students with the skills and knowledge needed for them to perform certain roles or job roles. For example, here at UNICAF University, just as I've said shortly before, that the curricula or the programs that we do develop in a consultative manner with various stakeholders, including industry. And therefore, the programs show demand and also appropriateness in content. So the knowledge and the practicals that are involved are relevant for people to be able to perform when they get into those jobs. But secondly, we also have collaborations with industry. Industry partnerships or collaborations through signing MOUs. So forming partnerships or collaborations with businesses and organizations helps UNICAF University to better understand the skills and knowledge needs by industry. And therefore, to create programs, this could be at degree level or short courses that align with those needs. So secondly, these collaborations with the industry also provide internships for our students. Internship is now an inbuilt activity in our programs. Any program that we offer, there's an internship component. And through these internships, it provides students practical skills in the workplace as they are training to be conversant with what to expect when they eventually join the job market. Thirdly, in my view, there is this issue of lifelong learning. People call it continued education, continuing education. Lifelong learning is increasingly becoming important as the job market evolves and new skills are required. So many workers, many people in the employment are now seeking out continuing education opportunities. This makes them, of course, stay up to date with the latest trends and technologies in their fields. And UNICAF University does offer, as I told you, we collaborate with the University of California, Riverside, where over 350 short courses or professional courses are offered. These are now called, in Europe, is called micro-credentials. The micro-credentials are taking up now center stage as far as retooling or skilling the workforce. So this helps, the workers keep abreast with developments in their areas of work. Over to you, John. Hello. Hello, John.
I can see John online, but
okay.
As he comes online, I see a hand up from Marisa Juma. Marisa,
Yes.
maybe you can unmute yourself and just ask the question.
Yes, so thank you very much for the presentation. So my question is, just the other day, I have an uncle who turned 80, and we have a conversation on education and the shift that is currently happening and how it was then. And one of the things that stood out is he's from, if you look at the boomers, if I had a degree, I just needed a degree and I knew for sure I will get a job. There was no two ways about it. Then the shift moved to, if I have, I need a degree and a master's, and then I was sure I was set, I'm going to get a job. Then it moved to, if I have an international degree, and I'm going to give an example of like my current workplace, you'll find millennials having a degree from Malaysia, a degree from the UK. And the other thing is, even if you have a local degree, it's, I studied law, but I'm working in the advertising space. And mainly I did that because that is what my parents pushed me to. And the millennials did not have the stamina to say no to their parents. So I'll do what you asked me. Then after that, I'm going to work in a place where I'm passionate about or where my interest in. But now the shift is in the Gen Zs. They are more interested in a particular skill. So whether it's employment or me doing my own business, for example, if I'm interested in digital marketing, I want to do a skill or a course, particularly on that. So it's becoming very hard to convince them. So do this degree probably in communication for 3 years. And then within that space, then now you can hone your skill in digital marketing. They're not interested in that. So their conversation is, why should I waste 3 years when I can do short courses on exactly what I'm interested in? And I like how you spoke about reskilling and upskilling. Then as I go by, I can be doing this. So remember, I'll not spend 3 years. I'll probably spend a year or three months or 4 months doing what I like as I'm within that job space, as opposed to actually doing a degree. Are you seeing a shift in this? Are you experiencing this? And what I'm also noticing is most employers or workspaces are also being a bit flexible. So it's no longer, for this job, you need a degree in this. They're looking more at the technical skill. This is what we need you to do. Are you able to do it? So if you need to upskill, reskill or upskill, like you're talking about AI, which is an issue of interest for most people at the moment, we upskill you on that. Yeah, or do you upskill yourself on that? So you look at areas of upskilling and reskilling, and do you continuously improve yourself based on that, as opposed to working on a degree for 3 years? Are you seeing a shift in that? That is the question.
Yes, yes, Marisa, quite interesting. Yeah, the point that you raise it affects, it's not here only in Uganda, is global. Every country is trying to tackle its education system, right from basic education right up to higher education. And this is being brought about with the dynamic nature of the world, the way the world is evolving. You've talked about the baby boomers. The need at that time was quite different from the millennials. And then now we have the Gen Zs who, you know, they just don't want to waste time. They want, they know what they want and they go for it. So the education system, that's why you're seeing in Uganda every year, you know, the Curriculum Development Center is coming up with the new innovations in the curricula at different levels to be able to address some of these issues that you are raising. Now, universities, where I am, higher education, we are alive at UNICAF University, for example, we are alive to all these changes, and particularly the current environment, whereby people know what they want. They are not, you know, being influenced. The influence by their parents is waning. People now get information. All the information probably they need is out there. They can get it. So they determine what they want to do. Now, universities like UNICAF University are alive to this, and we need to be in step with these developments by making sure that the course units, the modules, the programs that we do develop can speak to the current generation as well, can satisfy their needs. But of course, this is done in a professional manner. Industry, what is industry? Industry is where people go to look for jobs. And they will tell us the kind of person that they would like to get to work for them. What you have alluded to is industry, businesses are looking at people, what they can do, not necessarily what they know. So the knowledge base, yes, it's important, but what can this person do? The skill sets that they do have. And that is also what higher education is alive to. How do we provide the skill sets that are needed by this generation to be able to satisfy themselves, first of all, wherever they go to work? Otherwise, they will be jumping from job to job because the job does not offer the challenge that they expect. So yes, we are alive to these challenges that you're raising, and that is why we do review our curricula. The regulator requires a review of curricula every 5 years. So within 5 years, we are reviewing our curricula to make sure that the modules, the courses that we offer, the programs that we offer are demand-driven, and they are able to produce the outputs that come out going to be useful out there to society, whether in business or by creating their own jobs. I don't know, Meresia, whether I have thrown some light on that.
Yes, you have. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
John, I can see your back.
Thank you. Yes. Paul Benjay, hand was up. Would you like to ask?
John is breaking. I don't know whether I'm the only one experiencing that or everybody else.
Your line is not clear. But maybe I can also preempt what John is saying. I think on the chat, there's a comment from a gentleman called Adonia, directed to you, Professor. Thank you, Professor, for the presentation. Just browsing the UNICAF offering, and it seems somewhat of a mismatch with the creative/advertising industry. Are there efforts to have more creative specific courses offering spaces like film, advertising, or design? Over to you, Professor.
Thank you so much, Mr. Waibali. Yes, this is one of the platforms that we get feedback, and I'm glad that you are raising this. My team on this webinar is taking note of that. The film, advertising, or design. This is, I for one, I do believe, I've been, as I said, in the higher education sector for quite a bit of time, over 36 years now. And we have been all along looking for opportunities to train as many people as possible, and as in an affordable manner, and without inconveniencing them so much, because the world is moving at a certain speed, and we need to move with that momentum. Online education thought of as being in the humanities and the social sciences, particularly where practicals are not required. You don't need laboratories, and so it becomes easier. But today, and this is my conviction, and I'm trying, I'm reaching out to other institutions, you do not have to have all these training facilities with you. We have many places where we have excellent training facilities where people can go for the practicals. The theoretical part can be gleaned from the online platform. You get all the theory that you do require, and then the practical aspects are done in facilities that do have excellent facilities for the training. Of course, the challenge is in online education, you have students from all over the world, and you do need to identify facilities in different regions, in different countries, where the students in those countries would have to go for training. So you are not being trained in one place. That is the challenge. But I believe that challenge can be overcome, where we identify areas within the regions, within those countries, where the practical training can take 2-week training, where people can go for 2 weeks, do targeted practical training, maybe have 2 sessions a year, or each of 2 weeks for practical training. But then the other times, the students are doing their theoretical training online, and the discussions are ongoing on the discussion boards and so forth. So yes, thank you for raising film, advertising, or design. That has been captured, and it is very possible to have a program or courses leading to higher qualifications in this area, using the education model that UNICAF University or UNICAF provides. Thank you, Adonia. Over to you, John.
So much. I don't know if and now, can you hear me clearly now?
Still breaking.
No, you're still breaking.
Okay. Any other questions?
Okay. Let me just take over from from John, because looks like we're having a technical glitch. I would like to thank everybody who has participated in this canvas today. I'm hoping that there was great learning. I am seeing a message dropping in from Rommel. Said, thank you, Professor, for the presentation. I think Rommel expresses the gratitude from all of us for all the 25 people who participated today. So Professor UNICAF, thank you very much for the nuggets of wisdom that you've been able to share with us. My hope is that the organizations that have been represented here will be able to advance the conversation. Ladies and gentlemen, if anybody wants to get in touch with UNICAF, their contact details are in that last slide, or you can be able to get in touch with our programs manager, Uganda Advertising Association. She'll also be able to put you through to UNICAF. We have received this presentation from UNICAF, so we will be able to also email it to you for your own reference. So with those few remarks, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for your time, and I wish you a lovely, lovely day and a lovely upcoming weekend. Cheers and thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.